Okay, so it's a rainy day today. Rainy days means lots of emotions. So that's where I'm at. I've been pondering and thinking about my feelings and trying to come to a conclusion. And I have about something. Write it down. If you're suffering from a mental health disease or you're depressed or stressed or anxious, write down how you're feeling. And I'm not saying this because I think it's therapeutic, but because there will be a day where you're no longer suffering and you're no longer feeling those strong emotions anymore, and you'll forget what it felt like. Mm. 4 months. I've been taking gabapentin for 4 months. It helps with anxiety, and I have very bad anxiety, and I can honestly say I haven't had anxiety in like 3 months. And yesterday was the first time in a while that I have felt anxious, and I had completely forgotten what it felt like. Even though I had suffered from this for years, I just completely forgot, because unlike physical pain, emotional pain isn't something that leaves physical marks on you. That's usually one of the reasons why people self-harm, because they are suffering so much emotionally that they need to somehow compensate for that physically. So they cut themselves to feel the physical pain. But you remember how a shot feels, and you remember how it felt when you scabbed your knee on the gravel, but you don't remember what it felt like when you were sitting in your room at 2 a.m. utterly depressed. And I think those are things that make people stronger, and you don't remember them when you're in a happy place. You don't really remember how it felt. I mean, some people do, but I don't. Last night when I felt horrible anxiety for the first time in a while, it reminded me what it was. And this is something that you can't find on the internet of side effects of anxiety. They don't tell you how it really feels. And so I'm coming here to tell people that don't have anxiety what it feels like, because I was there a few weeks ago where I had no anxiety, and now it came back. This is just from my experience, but it's like self-doubt on steroids. It makes you feel as if you are a burden to the people in your life, and as if you're annoying and everyone's talking about you. That's the worst. And it's like you hyper-analyze every single situation. Someone can say okay in a text message, and you feel like they're somehow targeting you, and you feel like it's passive-aggressive, even though they just might be saying okay, like, to whatever you said. Just that response can trigger horrible anxiety. And so people with anxiety, when they text you and they say, do you want to hang out? And you say maybe, that is like the worst word in the English language for us, because first of all, there's not a concrete plan, so it's kind of up in the air, and people with really bad anxiety don't really do the whole play it by ear kind of thing. So that's rough. But then also people think, oh, maybe, like, well, why doesn't she want to hang out with me? Like, why can't we just make plans? I don't really get it. Like, maybe I should text her a few more times, and then it just gets in this cycle, and it sucks. That's the thing. I know I'm being irrational when I have bad anxiety. I know everything I'm feeling is irrational. I'm scared to get up and ask my teacher to go to the bathroom in class half the time. And I know that's irrational, because what am I scared of? People looking at me? People talking about me when I leave? Maybe. I don't know. That's also why this sucks, because I don't know why this happens. And like taking this medicine has relieved that for me. So like, hell yes, do I think that anyone with a mental health issue should be on medication. And I hate that stigma that like medication that affects your like brain and emotions are like bad or frowned upon. It's like, you get sick, you take medication. I'm sick, I take medication. Like, I don't see the difference. I don't. But I woke up this morning, my anxiety was really bad too. And I didn't even know what to do. I didn't want to go home. I felt like I had no purpose. I was like, what? Like, I just want to fast forward time. And that's the worst, when I feel as if I'm not living every day to the fullest, and that I want to like skip time, and that it just sucks. And so when I get really bad anxiety, I can't be on my phone because I know I get nervous, and I'm like, why didn't she answer my text? Why did they OBNR me on Snapchat? Like, what? Like, why? And then I'll see something on Instagram and I'll just like completely hyperanalyze it, or I'll see someone hanging out on their story and I'll be like, oh, like they didn't invite me, what? And it's weird for me to say this now because there were like months that I didn't feel this way and it was awesome, but it's just the anxiety, it like is a catalyst for all these irrational thoughts, and that sucks. And if you have anxiety, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and if you don't, I hope this gave you some sort of enlightenment to this topic. All I know is that a lot of people suffer from this, and personally mine's really bad, but like medication helps, therapy helps, having good friends helps, you know. I guess that's the end of this like anxiety portion of it. But like on a separate note, to anyone watching this video, if you're subscribed to me, if you know me, we're friends, if you don't know me, I appreciate your support, because a lot of people like frequently come up to me and they're like, yo, like Lucy Massam, like I watch all your YouTube videos, like at parties and stuff, like all the time. And it just makes me so happy that like people appreciate me for who I really am and my passions, and that's so awesome, especially when people say that I'm like inspiring or I'm like relatable and stuff. I'm like, damn, like thanks, because like I don't know, I just don't feel like people on YouTube or like through this platform talk about how they're feeling enough, and I know my friends and I talk about that a lot and it really helps. So if you're someone who has come up to me and told me you watch my videos, just know it literally makes my day every single day. Like, if I'm having a bad day and someone's like, yo, I watch your videos, I'm like, oh my god, I literally like almost start crying. It's so awesome. It just makes me feel good because I put in a lot of work into these videos, and to feel appreciated feels nice. Thank you for watching. If you watched this, documenting your emotions is cool, guys. Let's keep doing it. Bye, guys.